So, where are we going then?
Shambala! I've told you 10,000 times we're going to Shambala.
But we have been on this boat for the last 2 weeks.
That's because you lost the map. What was that? Did you hear it?
No.
I heard something. Start the engines, raise the anchor, hoist the sail, you do something, full speed ahead!
Shambhala.
Where's the arty-farty tent?
Okay, the arty-farty tent is in the back corner, leopard skin tent in the kids area. We need to speak to someone who's from the refab arts group, who's just say wonky trophies for medieval area.
Okay, would you mind to just jump onto Town Lane?
We found out what Shambhala meant, which was really appropriate to what the event is, which is basically a Tibetan word for a perfect utopian society that appears and after a period of time disappears, so which is what I think Shambhala is.
I like the way that they almost fighting to keep it little. Yeah, that's great. Of course, yeah. They kind of hold it down, they sort of say, oh, maybe it's not on, they're kind of really minimal about
everything's subject to change. Yeah. There's no advertised line or...
Yeah.
Apples, Pretty Pete, herbal buzzballs, apple juice, hand-pressed apple juice, £1.50 a bottle. They're herbal buzzball truffles. Pick me up, keep me going, stamina numbers.
Oh, they do. Pick up with you.
God knows what's happening. The music hasn't started. Such is the Shambhala Festival.
Christ, that's a bit of a big question, isn't it? Paradise is to be content with what you have.
20 copies of the A-Team and lots of tissue paper.
I think people come to Shambhala because it's a fairly safe place with a wild side, because it's so diverse as a festival, because it's friendly. But also I think to a certain extent, I think we accidentally hit on a vein. When it first started growing into a festival beyond the party that it was before, we just happened to either be part of or become part of a wider community that exists, of people that just want to come together. So I'd say that there's not a great deal more than 3 or 4 degrees between anyone that's involved and anyone that comes. It's quite a massive family.
I think it's a very, very nice place to be. I like it so much I bought 2 big plates of chicken and I can't eat them because I've got no free hands. Do you know what I mean?
Hello mate, how you doing? Yeah, well we just burning a hole in a piece of wood, really. You know?
We were trying to chisel a big bowl out of it, and it was bloody hard work. I was sweating like a bastard.
We all had to go,
so we just thought we'd burn the bugger.
Quick, easy, cheap. Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Have a look at that shit.
It's going to be great. It's for sale.
Roll up. I've got bangles and bags.
Where did that come from?
Christ, it's the first words I've uttered all day.
Wicked, nice.
Peace.
So when I go out into the field, which I don't do very often because it's just impossible, I need to be here. But what I feel is that this space holds the energy that allows all of that to go on, that, you know, it keeps a place of refuge and it holds the energy for the whole festival so that it can be crazy.
Unforgettable! Unforgettable! Unforgettable!
But it's okay. It's going to be fine.
1, 2, 3, dedirne alto fresco manem Ma ca-i mușchi, pe unde neria Sta tutti completi, I guess Că c'est pas si facile
How much you get,
Y'a saudade n'importe quoi C'est le radio gajo Wababdi, I don't mean a thing Pour toi et moi, na zdravie, sayonara
So they're paradise. Paradise is where people use their hands and nothing comes with gravy.
Die Herr just ein bisschen blau ist das Locke ei furmur La pene sui casculi du bis wunderbar pulen Salam alaikum
Captain, look! What is it, Captain?
That's a television. Switch it on.
Aye, aye, my Captain.
In Tibetan Buddhist tradition, Shambhala is a mystical kingdom hidden somewhere beyond the snow peaks of the Himalayas. It is said to have the shape of an 8-petal lotus, standing over a sacred lake and a palace adorned with lapis, coral and pearls. Shambhala first appears in a text known as the Kalachakra Doctrine and is believed to be a society where all the inhabitants are enlightened. The idea of Shambhala is said to have a subtle inner, outer and alternative meaning about one's own body and mind. Although those with special affiliations may actually be able to go there through their karmic connection, it is not a physical place that we can actually find. Shambhala is a kingdom where humanity's wisdom is spared from the disruptions and corruptions of time and history. The Kalachakra prophesies that each of Shambhala's 32 kings will rule for 100 years. As their reigns pass, conditions in the outside world will deteriorate. Men will become obsessed with war, and materialism will triumph over all spiritual life. The time will come when dark forces will oppress the earth in a reign of terror. But when the world seems on the brink of destruction, the mists will lift to reveal Shambhala.
I mean, I'm always amazed. This year, I'm amazed more about how much more stuff's going on, and a lot of it's just not. It's just spontaneous. It just happens. I think British people are generally very eccentric, really, and they're not scared to make fools of themselves.
Are we as British a little reserved and this is a way of getting out of our shell? I'm not sure. And what's so incredible is that out of 8,000 people, you can hardly spot anyone without fancy dress on. It's just nuts.
Shambhala! Shambhala!
Rusty. The horse's name is Rusty. My name's Paco and I normally do a show with him. It's kind of a Don Quixote sort of work. I normally work as a character that's a lost old man off on his last adventure with his horse.
The guy who's brought the mechanical horse is the kind of guy that usually is £2 grand plus a show and works across Europe. It's just an example of how friends of friends manage to pull in incredible things for not much money because people are happy to be here.
This is my colostomy bag. Would you like some? Full of piss, and we're drinking it.
What do you think of the hot tubs?
Oh, they make it a bit wrinkly though. So lovely rooms, you know?
If people are in there for too long, I slip this in and they get out.
What is that?
It's a trick or turd. Trick or turd.
I can't believe that you lost yours.
Sorry. Well, why are we going to Shambhala then?
Come on, look at yourself. You're made out of socks and toilet roll, and I'm made out of a dead lady's bag and her tights. I think that's enough suffering. It's time for us to find paradise.
So you think we will be accepted there?
I don't know about you, but I know I will.
We're going to the lake for some fun. If you want to come with us, come with us. Forward to the cake, forward to the cake. You know, I feel a bit sleepy to my door.
I love it that everything's going on out there, and I love all the new stuff. For the young ones, which everybody here is young ones to me, you're all my children's age, all you guys that come here, and I'm just hugely impressed.
All we're doing here is we're making paintings, and we're just using the bicycle here, if you look, the bicycle. And I'm pedalling, and then it's making a gear shift that's turning a plate in there. So, and then when we turn it, when I just pedal the pedals forwards, it moves like this, and we just
Don't be shy. I want to bite you much, huh? Come on.
Give us a hand, could you?
Should I tell you the truth? I've just got here, just now.
You got me in, he shattered my dreams and he gave them back. Half particular, I fixed on the blue duck in his smile. It's on top of my love, the Swedish shack deserves a shout.
Are you having a good weekend?
Yes.
What's the best bit?
Probably hanging out with my friends.
Yeah? You like spending time with Gil?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know, it's actually quite fun. Even though people think it's boring, it's really fun. It's quite chilling.
Ah oui, je vous disais que quand je vous vois, vous vois, vous voyez-vous, vous me voyez, vous voyez, vous en amusez, vous m'envoyez ravi, croyez-vous que je vous envie, voyez-vous ça, vous enviez, je vous avoue, je vous envoie vous faire.
Are you having a good weekend?
Yeah.
What's been the best bit?
All of it! Don't know. I like all of it. And me, I like all of it too.
What's your favourite place you've been to?
Everywhere! And me, everywhere.
Hello there.
Hello there.
What's your idea of paradise?
Dinner with Engelbert Humperdinck.
What's your idea of chaos?
Breakfast with Engelbert Humperdinck.
So it seems wherever you go, out into the crowd, eyes of wonder up and below, as if you should feel proud. Grace me with your presence, my Lord, your coat, top hat and crown. Up the black, a peacock, you are hot air, the same old sound. Get out my way, fellas. Get out my way. fellas. Get out my way, fellas. Don't you touch my hand, make paparazzi man. Ooh, yes, I'm real fed up of all of you say, noise, boy. When I want you, boy. Silly, Clara, boy. I just don't care.
Here we are sort of self-regulating ourselves in our own mini society and doing a really good job. And the outside world just seems to be crumbling in just sort of ridiculous things. Sometimes it's better not to know what's going on because you feel sort of slightly powerless, but you're not. You know, that's the thing, you're not. The agendas of certain people are to grind you down, but coming here sort of empowers you, and that's what we want people to feel, a bit empowered. And it sounds a bit fluffy or hippie, but people power is an amazing thing to have.
For us as organisers, it's as much about what we create as the people we're involved with and who we're on this journey with, and it's great. It lasts all year to a certain extent. It's part of our social lives, it's part of the fabric of our existence, and we're all working towards this organic experience, and it's just nice to be part of that mass of people.
He's a stalker of stars, not the Hollywood set. I'm just trying to convey he's a space cadet. He leaves little notes, minute treble clefs, throws massive tantrums at little chefs.
This is the paradise, this earth, it is the paradise. I don't know if there's any other place. Nobody came back and said, here is a picture. Look at this is where you go when you die or something. So this earth to me is a paradise, and it's hell when I'm having a bad day.
One hit wonder, fucking totally out.
Paradise might be a lush green landscape with sea very close, a beach, everything that we need to eat and play with and make with around us, a supportive society of people that we know, and maybe not much more than that. Maybe tribal society was an uncomplicated and beautiful place to be because your world had some boundaries and you knew everyone around you, and there was some certainty in terms of your existence.
Oh, I think we've reached Shambala. Here we are. Yeehaw!
I think we're late. Someone is coming. Pretend you're dead. I said, oi! Oi, still boy! Come here in my bloody boat! What are you looking at?
Bullets.
My idea of paradise, nihilism, that the human species should be wiped out in one foul swoop so the rest of the species can get on with it and then we just don't interrupt with what should be happening naturally. That's my idea of paradise.
Balance of the extremes.
Idea of paradise is when you're not in the mind.
A bit like here, really. Yeah.
I love gloves. I love.
So say hello, Terry. Oh, he's being all weird with his big slutty beard and his lipstick all smeared. He's trying to convince me that you don't exist.
When is it? It's Sunday, I think.
I'm not able to think of anything whatsoever because I don't have much of a mind.